How y'all doing? That's Price again, and once again got another video out here on the big truck. Come out here yesterday, just crank it up. While we're home, I generally, or my wife does, me or her, either one, will come out and crank the truck, you know, occasionally, just, you know, keep the batteries up, stuff like that. And come out to crank it up yesterday, and click, 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 nothing. So I'll show you kind of what the process I went through. Alright, so you see right here solenoid, and what you can do is take a screwdriver or something metal, and these two big studs right here, right there and right there, you can arc them like that. You can hear the starter kicking, but it's not engaging. You can also do the same thing, and it's not engaging down there either. You see right there where that wiring and stuff is. There's our starter. We've got 3 bolts holding it in, and then just the wiring. So I'll try and video as much as I can and show you what we're doing, but it's basically just a simple starter change. Had to make a parts run. Missing a couple of sockets. Keep a check on your top starter bolt like that. I mean, I'm just going by mine, personal experience. I've always had problems with my top starter bolt backing out. I don't know why, but I've had that trouble. So, and I forgot that the last time that I tightened it up, I went ahead and pulled it out, and I put a little bit of red Loctite on there. So it didn't back out, but you know, I can't get it broke loose at that angle right there with a ratchet. I probably could if I put a cheater bar on there or something like that, but I've got impact, so I'm just going to use that and see if I can break it loose like that and everything. But that top starter bolt is a pain in the butt to get to and get out, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so you can see right here your other 2 starter bolts. You got one right there to the left and one right there to the right. That's your starter right there. But as you can see, I need to, that wire right there where you can see all the bare wires, that is my alternator cable. So that is going to be getting replaced very soon. Also, I noticed that one right there needs to be fixed. So I got a few things I got to do, but right now the main thing is getting the starter out and getting it changed. Alright, so I just thought I'd show you this. If you're like me, and I've got to drive 85 miles one way to go pick up my starter, but if you're like me, you kind of forget sometimes. So as you can see, I got zip ties on those positive cables right there coming off the top of the starter. I zip tie the positive together along with the nut that holds them onto the starter. I did the same thing on the bottom where the negative cables come from, because there's, well, as you can see, there's 3 main, you know, big cables right there and a smaller one that is along with them right here. You see that little eyelet right there. But on the bottom, on the negative, you know, there's like 4, 5 different little cables, you know. So I zip tie them all together along with the nut so that everything is together the way that it came off of there. There's no mixing anything up. Alright, so here's the new starter, and luckily it's clocked the same as my old one, so I don't have to loosen any of this and adjust it or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it up in here and get a couple of the bolts and just get it put back in there. But I just thought I'd show you the new starter. Ain't it pretty? So up inside here,
Can't see it. Can't really see it.
I'm pulling these big chunks of grease and dirt and all kinds of stuff from up inside where the starter goes to the flywheel. So we had a problem where, see, there's some more. We had a problem where one of our bolts was missing and our starter was just kind of hanging loose for a while, and we have got, I mean, there's a lot of this crap up in there. So I'm gonna pull some of it out and get a pile of it and show you. But let me see this. All right, you see the teeth on that sprocket? That's your flywheel right there that your starter engages. You see all that stuff down in the bottom? That's all dirt and grease and grime. Let me see that where the brightest part of my light is shining right there. All that stuff is trash and debris, and I'm gonna clean all that out right quick. That's the new starter. As you can see, I got a strap around it right here. It's 58 pounds, that starter is. So I've got this strap around it right here. My wife is, you can see that strap up there. My wife is holding that strap.
You just look at my nose.
And from me pushing from down here and her pulling on that strap, it made it a lot easier to get this thing up into place. You can see right there on the left, I've got that bolt already in. It's not super tight or anything. I just got it snugged. And I'm gonna go ahead and snug this one up right here on the right. And then it'll be just a matter of putting my electrical back on my studs back here in the back, the negative and the positive, and giving it a crank. So
Top bolt.
I'm going to go ahead and get all this buttoned back up. Probably won't be any video from here unless there's something interesting or cool I think needs to be videoed until we go to turn the key and see if it'll crank. Alright, I'll get back with y'all in a few. Alright, so we're fixing to give it a try. See if all our hard work pays off. Okay, so you remember I was talking about cleaning out the bell housing side where the starter fits up in there against the flywheel for cranking. This isn't all of what came out of there, but look at that. Not good. Got that piece, another piece right there. I mean, most of this is just trash. I just thought I'd show y'all this to, you know, if you, that feels like a piece of metal right there. If you change your starter, yeah, that's a chunk of metal. Or if you have your starter changed, maybe ask them if they wouldn't mind kind of cleaning that out a little bit for you, because I'll tell you right now, that's a lot of stuff to be up in there. And this was basically, it would have been right up under the edge of my starter. Yeah, look at there. There's another piece of metal right there. So, it's like I told my wife a while ago, that's more than likely springs off of the clutches and stuff that have busted, because we're putting quite a bit of horsepower out of this cat engine, and that little transmission really really isn't, you know, designed to handle, you know, the high horsepower and high torque that we're putting out of this thing. So I just thought I would show y'all that and talk about nothing for a few seconds, and there you go. Alright, so we're done. Like I said, got the starter on there. That fixed the problem. The truck cranked right off the bat, no problem. Turned it off, cranked it again. This is price, and I just thought I'd bring this along. There's not a lot. I mean, I couldn't video quite a lot because it's dark up under there and I'm in the way, and I had my wife helping, you know, holding with that strap and stuff like that, and it just wasn't a lot to video. But I'll try to put something together out of all this foolishness and post it up. But that starter weighs 58 pounds, and it's awkward. Even the guy up there at Springfield Freightliner, one of the mechanics was in there in the parts room, and he said the same thing. He said, I would have bet that thing weighed 75 pounds, because I asked them if they knew how much it weighed and stuff. But it weighs 58 pounds, and it's awkward. So, you know, if you're not capable of holding that, once you take that last bolt out, get somebody to help you, you know, because you don't want to be dropping that 58 pounds straight down on your chest or your head or anything like that. Think safety first. If you're not capable of doing it, let a shop do it. It's cheaper to go buy the part yourself. You know, if you think your starter may be going bad, or you got hard starts coming and stuff like that, or it's dragging, go ahead and buy the starter. It's cheaper to do that than to pay the markup at the truck stop, you know, at Petro or TA or any of them places. I mean, just buy the starter and you know, have them change it out for you. It ain't that big of a deal. I'm looking over there instead of looking right there. Anyway, y'all be cool. This price, I'm out of here.